Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Ravin R500E.
Starting at number 5.
TenPoint Nitro 505. At the 2019 Outdoor Life crossbow test, the fastest crossbow was the TenPoint Nitro XRT at 432 frames per second. Just 3 years later, we have crossbows shooting at least 70 frames per second faster. But one thing hasn't changed: TenPoint still makes the fastest crossbow. Like the R500, the Nitro 505 isn't getting its speed from its 300-pound draw weight alone. The increased speed comes from a longer power stroke, 2 inches longer than the Ravin, as well as its limb and cam design.
Coming at number 4.
Excalibur TwinStrike TAC2. The TwinStrike TAC2 is the second-generation TwinStrike, which shares the same signature feature as its predecessor, a quick follow-up shot. It accomplishes that by using 2 recurves stacked on top of each other. Each bow is cocked independently using a detachable crank. There are 2 triggers on the TwinStrike. The front trigger fires the top bow, and the rear fires the bottom bow. The new TAC2 is 0.3 pounds lighter than the original, has a shorter overall length, and is about 20 frames per second slower. We used both the top and bottom bow during accuracy testing and can confirm that both shoot bolts in the same spot. For the sake of science, I also shot both bolts simultaneously. The spread was about 1.5 feet, but that's simply because it's difficult to fire both bolts at the exact same time and the recoil from the first shot spoils the second. So, yes, you can shoot 2 bolts at once, and even though that feature doesn't have a practical purpose, it is fun.
At number 3.
Ravin R500. A crossbow that shoots 500 frames per second is impressive. But a crossbow that's safe, accurate, easy to use, and shoots 500 frames per second is worthy of the Editor's Choice Award. The new Ravin accomplishes all of that and more. The R500 doesn't achieve 500 frames per second by utilizing a super heavy draw weight. It uses the same 300-pound draw weight as the 450 frames per second R29. It gets its speed from a longer power stroke and efficient cam design. We really liked the R500's design. Its narrow profile makes it handy, and it balances over the forward grip for steady offhand shooting. It also has a smart solution to prevent mispositioned fingers from getting sliced off by the string. The R500 string is fully enclosed with a shroud that resembles a vented tube.
Number 2 of my list.
Wicked Ridge Raider. First impressions are worth a lot, and my first impressions of the Wicked Ridge Raider were that it's very light, easy to cock, and I was surprised when my first shot hit right where I was aiming. I continued to be pleasantly surprised by the Raider throughout testing. I've tested a lot of crossbows, and there are only a handful that are easy for anyone to cock and decock with a rope cocker while in a tree stand. I think the Wicked Ridge Raider is in that rarefied air.
And number 1.
TenPoint Flatline 460. Last year the TenPoint Nitro 505 was scorching fast, but came up short in accuracy. That crossbow shot several 9-inch groups with the CVR broadheads during testing. The new TenPoint Flatline 460 retained the refined build quality of the Nitro but improved the accuracy. It shot a 2.75-inch group average with the smallest 5-shot group being 2.1 inches. I chronographed the Flatline 460 at 467 frames per second. I think it's the ideal speed for a hunting crossbow because it's fast enough to produce a lot of energy and a flat trajectory, yet not so fast that it sprays broadheads all over the target. The drop from 20 to 45 yards is only 5 inches, with a practically flat trajectory from 20 to 40. I shot the SEVR 1.5, Swacker Levi Morgan, and Rage Hypodermic Crossbow NC broadheads into a 1.75-inch group at 50 yards. They all hit the same spot as field points.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.